ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಾಣಂಗಿಲ್ಲ Good morning everyone. We will start with chemistry of lipids. Today we will try to learn about the phospholipids. Under these phospholipids, we will try to know the different types of phospholipids and their important functions. Coming to the phospholipids, they are a combination of fatty acids, alcohol, it may be glycerol or sphingosine, phosphoric acid, and additional. There are two types of phospholipids are there. One is glycerophospholipids and another is sphingofospholipids. Here in the side picture you can appreciate the polar region and non-polar region. Polar region and non-polar region. Coming to the classification of phospholipids, under glycerophospholipids we have nitrogen containing phospholipids and non-nitrogen containing phospholipids. In nitrogen containing phospholipids we have lecithin, that is phosphatidylcholine, cephalin, that is phosphatidylethanolamine, and phosphatidylserine. Ether lipids like plasmalogen and platelet activating factor, PAF, platelet activating factor. Under non-nitrogen containing phospholipids we have phosphatidylinositol, phosphatidylglycerol, diphosphatidylglycerol, cardiolipine. To the sphingofospholipids, we have sphingomyelin. It is an amino alcohol. Glycerophospholipids, these are glycerol 3-phosphate esterified at carbon atom number 1 and 2 with fatty acids. The simplest glycerophospholipid is phosphatidic acid. The structure you can see, as I have already told in the class, the structural formulas are not compulsory for an undergraduate and postgraduate students, but what is important is what is its function and what is its importance in the body. Glycerophospholipids are the most abundant lipids in cell membrane, that is plasma membrane, composed of glycerols, 2 fatty acids, phosphate group, and an amino alcohol, like maybe like sphingosine. Coming to the glycerophospholipids, cephalin, it is a phosphatidylethanolamine. It is also one of the major component of the cell membrane. It plays an important role in blood coagulation. It plays an important role in blood coagulation. In the picture you can see the ethanolamine group. So this is about the cephalin. Coming to the next glycerophospholipids, that is lecithin. It is a phosphatidylcholine. Again, once again, compared to others, it is a predominant lipid of the cell membrane. Plays an important role in the maintaining the functions of the cell membrane. It acts as a choline storage depot. It helps in transmethylation reaction. It helps in action of acetylcholine. It acts as a lipotropic factor, which reduces the triacylglycerol concentration in the blood. Apart from this, there are so many other lipotropic factors. This is one of them. Next one is dipalmitoyl lecithin, DPL. It is one of the component of the lung surfactant. It coats alveolar membrane so that it lowers the surface tension of the alveolar membrane and in turn prevents the alveolar collapse. In the infants, this disease is predominant or common. In premature babies, that is respiratory distress syndrome. Because of the deficiency of the dipalmitoyl lecithin, there will be respiratory distress syndrome as the concentration of surfactant is less. There are chances of lung alveolar collapse. Treatment for this respiratory distress syndrome is exogenous injection of the surfactants. Coming to the phosphatidylserine, phosphatidic acid with serine, it is also one of the component of the cell membrane and it plays an important role in lipid bilayer. Next, we will move on to glycerophospholipids. Under that, phosphatidylinositol. It is a phosphatidic acid with myo-inositol. It is also an important component of the cell membrane. It plays an important role in the action of hormones like oxytocin and vasopressin through choline. Phosphatidylinositol, it is gets converted into diacylglycerol and inositol triphosphate. This you will come to know about in detail when we are dealing with the mechanism of action of the hormones, because these two are plays an important role in messengers, like they are important component of the messengers. They are secondary messengers in the action of the hormones. Coming to the cardiolipin, it is diphosphatidylglycerol, 2 phosphatidates held by additional glycerol through phosphate group. It is an important component of the inner mitochondrial membrane. As you know already, the mitochondria has got inner mitochondrial membrane and outer mitochondrial membrane, and in between the intermembrane space where the protons are coming from the mitochondrial matrix into the inner mitochondrial membrane space. So the cardiolipin plays an important role in maintaining the function of the inner mitochondrial membrane. It provides antigenic property. It helps in vitro fertilization and organ transplantation. Next, we'll move on to ether lipids. Under this, we have plasmalogens. When ether linkage at carbon atom number 1 of glycerol, the predominant phospholipid here is phosphatidylethanolamine. Mainly it is present in brain and muscles. Which is rich with the plasmalogens. Functions of the plasmalogens in brain and muscles. Plasmalogen helps in throwing out of the cholesterol from the brain cells and muscle cells, and it is a precursor for eicosanoids. It helps in the binding of the membranes. It helps in platelet activating factor, or it acts as a platelet activating factor precursor, and also it acts as antioxidant, and it helps in the transport of the ions across the cell membrane. Coming to the platelet activating factor, it is synthesized in the one of the WBC, that is basophils. As you know already, it is very rare to see the basophils under the microscope. The percentage of basophils compared to other components of the white blood cells, it is very low. These platelet activating factors, it helps in platelet aggregation, and also it helps in the release of serotonin, a chemical which induces the sleep. It has got important role in inflammation and chemotaxis, where the antigens are attracted to the WBC cells and they are engulfed by the WBC, and they play an important role in allergy also. Sphingolipids, sphingomyelin, it is an amino alcohol. Here the alcohol is sphingosine, is attached by amide linkage to fatty acid to produce ceramide. It is mainly present in myelin sheath of the nerves. Here in this picture you can appreciate the structure of the sphingosine and fatty acid. Coming to the important functions of phospholipids, it plays an important role in maintaining the integrity of the plasma membrane by regulating the membrane permeability. Means only few ions or other compounds are freely crossed across the cell membrane. Rest other, they need either receptors or any carrier mediated molecules. It is required for the absorption of dietary lipids at the intestinal mucosa. Phospholipids required for the formation of lipoproteins. These lipoproteins play an important role in lipid transport. Lecithin, that is phosphatidylcholine, it helps in storage of choline, lecithin, which further helps in transmethylation reaction, synthesis of acetylcholine, and lipotropic factors and surfactant, which plays an important role in maintenance of the surface tension in the alveolar cavity. Cephalin, that is phosphatidylethanolamine, it plays an important role in blood coagulation. And coming to the phosphatidylserine, it is one of the component of the plasma membrane. It plays an important role in maintaining the integrity of the cell membrane. Coming to the plasmalogens, these are mainly present in brain and muscles. They help in throwing out of the cholesterol out of the brain and muscle cells, helps in cell membrane fusion, acts as antioxidant, and also acts as ion transport. Coming to the platelet activating factor, it stimulates platelet aggregation and also helps in the secretion of the serotonin chemical. Phosphatidylinositol, it acts as second messenger. As I already told, it plays the role of second messenger. It mediates between the hormone and the other physiological or biochemical functions. It acts as a mainly second messenger. Next, moving on to cardiolipin, which plays a role in electron transport chain. Coming to the sphingomyelin, it plays an important role in nerve conduction, which is present on the myelin sheath. So whenever there is impulses generated, it starts from one neuron to other neuron, like you can say the relay, means the impulse will be generated and passed to the passed to the other this thing very faster rate. Now we will move on to glycolipids or glycosphingolipids. These are combination of fatty acids, alcohol and carbohydrate. Already in the figure it is shown fatty acids plus alcohol, sphingosine amino alcohol. We are going to get ceramide. We have three types of glycolipids: cerebrosides, globosides, gangliosides. Coming to the cerebrosides, it is a combination of ceramide plus monosaccharide, that is glucose. It is called as glucocerebroside. It is the component of the non-neuronal cells. Next is galactocerebrosides. Galactocerebrosides, the monosaccharide entity or moiety here is galactose. They plays an important role in neural tissues, especially in white matter of the brain. Coming to the globosides, this is a combination of ceramide. Usually it has got more than two hexoses or hexosamines. For example, lactosyl ceramide. It is an important component of erythrocyte cell membrane, whereas gangliosides, they contain ceramide plus oligosaccharides plus N-acetyl neuronic acid. N-acetyl neuronic acid. Ganglioside M3, GM3, it plays an important role in myelinated nerve fibers. Next, we will move on to sulfolipids or sulfatides. These are sulfated glycolipids, sulfated cerebrosides, sulfated globosides, sulfated gangliosides. Next, we will move on to lipoproteins. They are formed by combination of lipid with prosthetic group protein. Basically, these lipoproteins helps in the transport of lipids across the vascular system. We have chylomicrons, very low density lipoprotein, intermediate density lipoprotein, low density lipoprotein, and high density lipoprotein. In the picture, you can appreciate the diagrammatic representation of lipoproteins. It has got cholesterol ester, free cholesterol, triacylglycerol, phospholipids, apoprotein E, apoprotein C, and apoprotein B48. It is the composition of the lipoproteins. Coming to the functions and clinical importance, here you can appreciate in a better way. You can see apoproteins. You can see polar surface core and non-polar lipid core. You can see phospholipids, and you can also appreciate unesterified cholesterol, apoprotein. On the other side, you have triglyceride, cholesterol ester, and once again apoprotein. Different types of lipoproteins already we know. Chylomicrons and its remnant, very density low density lipoprotein, very low density intermediate density lipoprotein, low density lipoprotein, and high density lipoprotein. VLDL, intermediate density lipoprotein, and especially low density lipoprotein is called as bad cholesterol. Bad cholesterol, or they are also called as non-HDL cholesterol. VLDL plus IDL and LDL, they are called as non-HDL cholesterol. Non-HDL cholesterol. Whenever we estimate the lipid profile in our biochemical lab, we estimate cholesterol, triglyceride, VLDL, LDL, and HDL. As in the previous classes I have told, low density lipoprotein, it sometimes contains lipoprotein small a. It is a apoprotein. Because of lipoprotein A, the person is more susceptible for cardiovascular diseases because atherosclerotic changes starts once the concentration of lipoprotein A goes on increasing. And this atherosclerotic process, the few scientists they have identified, it starts at the age of 2 to 3 year only, 2 to 3 year only in ethnic groups where they are that particular species is of the humankind is susceptible to cardiovascular diseases. High density lipoprotein, it is called as good cholesterol because whatever the cholesterol it is in the systemic circulation, it is brought to the liver. It is brought to the liver where it acts as a scavenger. Whatever the cholesterol available or present in the blood circulation, that is brought to the liver by the high density lipoprotein. That is the reason sometimes HDL cholesterol is also called as scavenger. Here you can appreciate and see density of the different lipoproteins, class, diameter, protein percentage, cholesterol, phospholipid and triacyl glycerol. Why we call HDL cholesterol good cholesterol? Because you can see in the picture, it contains 33% of the protein, 33% of the protein, and at the same time LDL cholesterol, it contains 50% of the cholesterol, 50% of the cholesterol which accumulates adjacent to the tunica intima and start forming the process of atherosclerosis. And chylomicrons, they contain 84% of the triacyl glycerol. Triacyl glycerol. To increase the concentration of HDL cholesterol in the body, in the previous class I have told, one can have the flaxseed soils capsule. Flaxseed soils capsule. This is one. Second one is you can have the high content niacin capsules. High content means niacin content has to be more. These two factors, they help in increasing the HDL concentration in the blood. The normal range is 35 to 70, but for Indian population it is on the lower side of the normal range. That is the reason we Indian people are more prone for cardiovascular disorder. Cardiovascular disorder, this is one. Second one, those who are having diabetes mellitus. Diabetes mellitus, in those patients, if we estimate HDL cholesterol, it will be still less. These two factors, and there is a diabetic dyslipidemia that causes the person with diabetic is more prone for atherosclerotic changes and different cardiovascular diseases like coronary artery disease. And coming to the cholesterol, it is 27 compound structure. The steroid nucleus is cyclopentano per hydrophenanthrene ring of, it is made up of 19 carbons. Cyclopentano per hydrophenanthrene ring. That is a parent compound. Total carbon atoms are 27 in cholesterol. Cholesterol, it is exclusively found in animals, most abundant in animal sterols. The major functions of cholesterol are component of the cell membrane, lipoproteins, precursor of steroid hormones, bile acids, vitamin D, electrical insulator, helps in nerve conduction and stabilizes cell membrane fluidity. Stabilizes cell membrane fluidity. So here I would like to tell this, enumerate the functions of cholesterol. May be asked as 3 marks question. So if you write these few points, definitely you will be getting good marks. And in VIVAs, in the examination also, this question will be asked oftenly. enumerate the functions of cholesterol. Before concluding, I would like to tell here a few things about the coronavirus. Till today, nobody knows. Previously, they used to tell the virus settles for 2 to 3 days in the nasal cavity, then it goes to the pharynx. Later on, it goes to the lungs. Now, scientists are coming with a postulation that this mutant, double mutant COVID virus, it directly enters into the lung. And as the virus is virulent, I request my dear students to take care of your health. Take care of your health, that is most important. And whenever you are going outside, wear N95 mask without fail and use hand sanitizer as an emergency basis. The best way is to use soap only to cleaning the hands. Best one is soap. This hand sanitizer is used on emergency basis. And last one I would like to tell, maintain distance. But it is not possible, but still you have to maintain the distance of 6 feet because we don't know exactly how it transmits. Now they are coming up with the theory that it transmits through the air. I am not scaring you here. I am giving you the precautionary measures. Precautionary measures. Please take care of these things. Please take care of these things and be healthy. And that is what nation wants at present because of this pandemic. This is second wave. I request all the students to take care of health. Whenever you go outside, wear mask, N95 mask, and don't touch the mask time and again, and don't bring it down the chin. Then, on emergency basis, you use sanitizer. Once you come home, you wash your hands with soap, and whenever you are there in the group, try to be away from the group. This is the best policy to tackle the coronavirus infection. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, thank you,
Thank you,
thank you,
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
thank
sir.
you, thank you, ma, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Please
sir.
take care of
Thank you,
this.
sir.
Whatever
Thank you,
I
sir.
have told these regarding corona, please take
Yes,
care
sir.
because you are young budding doctors. This is my sincere request from the bottom of my heart. Even because the situation is like that. So once again, I request all of you take precautionary measures properly and keep your health in a well position. And study will be there, but top priority at present is health. Health come first. Health come first. Thank you. Thank you very much. ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಮಂಜುನಾಥ್ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯಾರ ಫಿಸಿಯಲ್ 9ರಿಂದ 10
ಅವ್ರು ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹಚ್ಚಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಸರ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲೈಡ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಿರೋ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ನೀವಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನಾವು ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಅಲೈಡ್ ತಗೊಂಡು
ಈಗ ನಾಳೆ ಒಂದು ಒಬ್ರು ಅಲೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ರಿ ಒಬ್ರು
ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್.
ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ
ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ದವ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ತಗೋತೀರ ಅನ್ಸಲ್ಲ ಇದೊಂದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇದನ್ನು ತಗೋತೀರ
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು MBBS ಪ್ಲಸ್ MSc ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಈಗ ತಗೋತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ ನಾ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅಲೈಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ BSc ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, BSc ಹುಡುಗರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅದು ಅಲೈಡ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಸೈನ್ಸಸ್ BSc ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು UG ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಇದು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ BSc ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಿದಂಗೆ. ಇದು ನಮ್ದು ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ MBBS MSc ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ತಗೋತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅದು ಅಲೈಡ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ BSc ಬಯೋಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾವ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಭಾಳ ಅದಾವೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕಡೆ ನಾವು MBBS ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಇವರು ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. MSc ಬಯೋಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ, ಮೈಕ್ರೋಬಯಾಲಜಿ, ಇಮ್ಯುನಾಲಜಿ ಅಂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕ್ಲಿನಿಕಲ್ ಇಮ್ಯುನಾಲಜಿ ಹಾಗಿದೆ. ಎರಡು ಐದು ಒಂದು MBBS MSc ಕೂಡಿ ತಗೋತೀವಿ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅಲೈಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ BSc ಇದವ್ರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಯೋಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಆಪ್ಟೋಮೆಟ್ರಿ ಇದೆ, ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಇಮೇಜಿಂಗ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಭಾಳ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಅದನ್ನ ಇದನ್ನ ತರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡಿ.
ಅದೇ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ದೇನು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್, ನೀವು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಲ್ಲ ಇವತ್ತು ನೀವು ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅಲೈಡ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತು ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್
ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾಳೆ ಅಲೈಡ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು
ನೀವು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮುಗಿತು ಸರ್. ನಾವು
ಒಂದು